Hello everybody and happy Pride. I am the mayor of anything, and today I bring to you something that I don't think has ever been considered when it comes to representation. We know all about the first characters to do something, the first fake characters to do something, the first characters to actually do that thing, and the one that article said was the first to do it, but really, they've been doing it all along. But what we don't talk about is who is the largest representation of LGBTQIA+ in all of cartooning. Well, I'm a cartoon robot myself, so I am here to find out, and let me tell you, the answer is out of this world. Making their appearance in this role in 2011 and coming in at a whopping 2,159.2 miles, according to Google. Today, I am talking about specifically the Moon as they appeared in the fantastic show, The Amazing World of Gumball. Now we got 6 seasons and 15 appearances to get through, so let's just dive right in. Now the first time we see a Moon appear in The Amazing World of Gumball is during the Season 1 episode, The Dead. I say a Moon and not the Moon because, well, roll the clip.
I will repay this debt.
What did he say?
I don't know. Whose turn is it anyway?
Yeah, mine. I spy with my little eye.
Notice the Moon is playing I Spy with Saturn. That leads me to believe that that's not Earth's singular moon, but rather one of Saturn's 274. So we're, gonna call them... Yeah, sure, why not? So what I'm gonna call the first appearance of Earth's moon was also in Season 1 in the episode The End, where...
You just got smooth!
He does that for some reason. Not the introduction to the Moon I would have wanted personally, but the one I think that Earth deserves. Going into Season 2, we see that the reality warping hijinks of the Watterson family aren't just limited to Earth, as we see Richard... Whoa. I don't think I'm emotionally prepared to discuss the cosmic ramifications of swapping the location and size of the Sun and the Moon, so we're gonna move on. Going into this next Season 2 appearance, we see inside... Can we leave the Moon alone, please? Stay tuned for the Season 3 episode where the Wattersons have to deal with the fact that they accidentally flooded Europe on a fun Sunday afternoon. Look, can we just give the Moon the respect that they deserve in the next one where...
Oh man, do you really have to do this every morning?
Yes, I do!
in the world, he does that again? Clearly all the reality warping has done some sort of damage to the state of the Moon's mental well-being. That's not gonna happen again, right? Season 3 goes pretty light on the astronomy-based humor, but we do get some verification. We are talking about one celestial entity transitioning through the entire series because we get this great wide shot of our solar system as we watch the Moon revolve around the Earth, as it's known to do, and hopefully will continue to do for a very long time. Season 4 is where things get interesting, where we see the voice actor Hugo Harold Harrelson, whose name could not have taken more than one take to record, I promise, is replaced by voice actor and model Alex Wilton Reagan, who will play the female version of the Moon for the remainder of the series. Roll out the flag! In fact, her debut couldn't have taken place in a better episode, The Love, where we get to see the different shapes love can take and the many wonderful ways that it can be shared from person to person. The Moon and the Sun get their own segment flirting with one another and agree on a long-distance relationship. Get it? The Sun's really far away. So here we are, 4 seasons in, and the Moon has transitioned from male to... Wait. The episode The Night sees another new voice actor, Sir Derek Jacobi, narrating the dreams of Elmore citizens as we jump from vignette to vignette of what it's like to be in their subconscious while they sleep. So, the Moon's not trans. The Moon's non-binary. Roll out the other flag! Moving on to the final appearance of Season 4, in the compilation, we get the wonderful song Weird Like You and Me, where we see the Moon once again take on the appearance associated with the voice given to us by Alex Wilton Reagan. So I guess you could say our first appearance wasn't just one of the phases of the Moon, as we ride this momentum into Season 5 with The Boredom, where it seems like long distance has taken its toll on our star-crossed lovers, as the Moon and the Sun engage in a little bit of a lover spat.
Please stop. You know very well that ain't gonna work.
Oh yeah, why? Because you're so hot at fighting too?
No. Because I'm 95 million miles away from you.
Hey, I made that joke. The next appearance, I don't really count, but if you're following along on the wiki, you're gonna call it out if I don't say anything anyway. A picture of the moon is briefly seen in the fake Elmore Flicks experience that Darwin creates, but it doesn't have a face, so I'm convinced that's not our moon. I'm gonna say it's... Sure, why not? This just in, there's wolves on Saturn. This next appearance is a zombified alternate reality in The Box, where we see the moon is... Oh. Oh no, in danger.
Is coming to an end.
Well, Saturn has wolves, but we have zombies. What are you gonna do? I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna go on to the episode The Deal, where we see... Oh. That this season, we've decided to be mean to the moon. It's specifically noted that this is an appearance that's never seen before or again after this episode, but we don't have to count it because this is just a reference to the 1902 French science fiction film Le Voyage dans la Lune, which is, I don't speak French, for a trip to the moon. Terrifying. Coming up on the final season, we get The Ghouls, where we see a Halloween song. The moon makes an appearance. Okay, well, Saturn has wolves, but our moon is a werewolf. Now that you can call the phases of the moon. And in their final appearance in The Inquisition, we get a reference to... Werewolves show up again.
Everybody knows the crescent is the shape of the slacker, the hammock, the despondent Frenchman's croissant, the moon that's too lazy to turn a man into a werewolf.
But what do you want me to do?
Stand up straight.
I swear this video isn't propaganda to be pro-werewolf, but it's weird that it keeps showing up, right? Anyway, the moon's final appearance is this brief gag where Gumball and Darwin high-five in space and there's no sound. Which makes you wonder how the moon and the sun have been maintaining this relationship across the light years. So after all that, do I think this was an intentional example of non-binary representation? I don't know. I'm just a robot that talks about media it likes on the internet. But what I do think is important is that shows like The Amazing World of Gumball are allowed to exist with their creative and inclusive cast of characters, allowing the viewer to latch on to representation that they find, whether it was intentional in the creative process or not. Frankly, the show has a lot of heart, and I don't think the creators would mind too much if somebody decided that the moon was their favorite example of non-binary representation. Overall, The Amazing World of Gumball proved that with creativity and heart, the best of shows can be made, and I'm looking forward to the wonderfully weird World sequel coming out next month. For all you bigots out there who discriminate people based on how they choose to identify or who they love, the moon that floats above you in the sky thinks you're a dick. Happy Pride again, everybody. Remember to vote for me, and most importantly, keep in mind,
Nobody's a nobody, and everybody is weird like you and me.
and I'll see you next time.